By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why your anxiety spikes in the days before your period and, more importantly, how to stabilize your mood during that time. There's a specific hormonal mechanism at play that most people overlook, and the final strategy I'm going to share is something that acts as a natural anchor when everything else feels like it's drifting. Grab a glass of water, get comfortable, and let's walk through the science of your cycle. It starts with the understanding that your brain is not an island. It is constantly talking to your ovaries and vice versa through a complex two-way street known as the hypothalamic pituitary gonadal axis. When this connection is working smoothly, you feel like yourself. When it's disrupted, your nervous system can misinterpret internal hormonal signals as external threats. That's the core of the experience you're having. The first step to feeling more in control is realizing that your anxiety during the luteal phase isn't just a mood swing. It is a tangible chemical shift. Specifically, we are talking about the rapid decline of progesterone. After you ovulate, your body produces progesterone, which usually helps you feel calm because it's a precursor to a neurotransmitter called allopregnanolone. This compound binds to GABA receptors in your brain, essentially acting like a natural sedative. Think of it as the brain's internal off switch for stress. But as you move toward day 28 of your cycle, if no pregnancy occurs, those levels of progesterone plummet. Your brain is suddenly robbed of that calming effect. It's not just a drop in mood, it's a sudden loss of your chemical armor. You can start managing this today by prioritizing consistent blood sugar levels. When your blood sugar fluctuates, your body releases cortisol, which is the stress hormone. During those few days before your period, your body is already sensitive to stress. If you skip lunch and your blood sugar dips, your body perceives that drop as an emergency. You get the physical symptoms of anxiety: racing heart, tightness in your chest, irritability, even if nothing in your environment has actually changed. Keeping your meals protein rich and consistent prevents those unnecessary cortisol spikes, which keeps the total amount of stress on your system manageable. It's an easy, immediate win that helps you ride out the hormonal dip without the added physical tension of hypoglycemia. Now, let's take this a step further. If blood sugar is the foundation, managing your magnesium intake is the tactical level up. A 2020 study published in the Journal of Women's Health found that magnesium supplementation significantly reduced the severity of premenstrual mood symptoms, including anxiety and tension. Magnesium acts as a gatekeeper for your nervous system. It regulates the activity of your neurotransmitters, helping to keep the nervous system from getting overexcited. Think of it as the volume knob on your fight or flight response. Most people are deficient in magnesium because modern soil depletion and high levels of stress cause us to burn through our stores much faster than we replenish them. By adding a high-quality magnesium glycinate supplement or increasing your intake of leafy greens, pumpkin seeds, and dark chocolate, yes, really, you are essentially feeding your nervous system the fuel it needs to stay in a rest and digest state. I've seen this change things for people who felt like they were constantly living on the edge. It's not an overnight fix, but after one or two cycles, the baseline of that pre-period dread often starts to shift downward. You start feeling a bit more grounded. You aren't just reacting to every thought anymore. It gives you just enough space to notice when a cycle-induced thought is creeping in, rather than being swept away by it. It's a powerful way to reclaim your autonomy during a week that usually feels chaotic. If you're finding this helpful, hit subscribe. I drop videos like this every week to help you get the most out of your physiology. Okay, remember how I said the best one was coming? This is the one I've been saving for you. The final piece of the puzzle is managing your circadian rhythm through morning light exposure. It sounds almost too simple to be true, but hear me out. Your HPA axis, that hypothalamic pituitary adrenal loop I mentioned earlier, is governed by your internal clock. When you get bright, natural sunlight into your eyes within 30 minutes of waking up, you signal your brain to stop producing melatonin and start regulating your cortisol production for the rest of the day. This process, known as phase shifting, is the most effective way to stabilize your nervous system. When your circadian rhythm is rock solid, your hormonal system has a stable baseline to operate from, even when estrogen and progesterone levels are fluctuating wildly. I have a friend named Sarah who used to struggle with severe PMS, premenstrual syndrome, to the point where she would basically call out of work for 2 days every month. She started a morning routine where she would step outside and walk for 10 minutes before even checking her phone. Within 3 months, she noticed that her pre-period anxiety was cut by more than half. It wasn't just the walk, It was the light hitting her retina and resetting her system. When you set your clock in the morning, your body knows exactly what to do when evening comes. Your sleep improves, your cortisol stays in a healthier range, and you're far less likely to spiral into an anxiety attack when your hormones start to shift. Let that sink in for a second. The solution to an internal hormonal imbalance was actually an external environmental one. Once you see it this way, you can't unsee it. You aren't broken, and you aren't fighting a losing battle against your own biology. You are just a human being who needs to align her daily rhythms with the natural world. So, there you have it. 3 real, science backed ways to handle pre period anxiety. Stabilizing your blood sugar to prevent cortisol spikes, using magnesium to support your nervous system, and using morning light to lock in your circadian rhythm. The last one alone is something that most people walk past every single day without realizing it could be the key to their emotional health. Implementing these isn't about fixing your period, it's about supporting your body during a time of major transition. You'll find that when you do these things, your anxiety levels aren't just lower, they're manageable. You get your life back and you stop dreading the week before your period. If you got value from this, share it with a friend who needs to hear it, and subscribe so you don't miss the next deep dive into how to optimize your health. I've got something even better coming for you next week about the connection between exercise and brain health. Keep listening to your body, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.